Hey everyone, I'm Ryan B. Welcome to Practical Forex Trading. This is December 15th, 2019, weekly chart analysis for euro dollar. So my chart, pretty simple, using candlesticks. I'm using moving averages. That's about it. I keep it pretty clean. I draw my support and resistance lines. I use pivot points. We're going to use weekly pivot points here by Forex.com. USD. And I like to use weekly pivot points. I like to use the daily chart to make my trade analysis, but then I trade on the 4 hour and the 1 hour just because I don't have the patience really for the big game. And my lots aren't big enough to really make it worth it or do an interest, mega hold. I'm looking to try to get out of the market with at least 50 to 100 pips a market day. If I can do that, then I'm feeling pretty good about things. So let's see. Just eyeballing our support and resistance. Euro dollar, I've been following this one pretty heavily for a while. Prices have been really kind of back and forth on this $1.11 zone. Like if you draw a band there, then go look at the weekly. We see price, all the way back since 2015, just boom, 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 back and forth. Spending a lot of time on it before breaking out for a while. Then it's becoming this downtrend. However, the downtrend's kind of been losing steam. Just these candle action, you can see all these weeks are very close together. A lot of back and forth, a lot of indecision, and so if I look at volume, and well, you don't necessarily want to use volume for trading decisions in Forex. As far as like one currency over another, you can definitely see how many people are actually, how many pips can you make depending on volume. You can see really all of 2019 volume for euro dollar has been really down. So hopefully we can see it pick up. But we see on weekly, if I'm looking at my weekly moving averages, price is kind of like below this resistance, line. So we can see the dollar keep plowing along like it has been. But however, price, this candle, really strong bullish candle moving above the 20-week moving average, tipped and touched the 50. However, so what could happen is that price could just kind of linger here and then rocket back down, or we could see it push through this zone here and continue upwards. But really, this is the weekly, so we're talking months at a time here. So let's go ahead and get more on the daily, just so we can see about trades that we can do during the day, trades we can do during the week. This shows a pretty long descending downtrend for euro dollar. Prices went through the 200 moving average and then clipped down again. However, right, there's always a however. That's the tricky part of Forex. It can always go either way. Price did move above this support and resistance line. If we look back here, this 1117 mark goes all the way back to May. Touched that point in May and June. It was support. Crashed through into August, but then quickly returned above. Then came back here. Price came back up and touched it in mid-September. Price came above twice, went back down, and so now, even though this is a pretty huge bearish candle, the body still finished above that support line. So this one could go either way. This is, it's still kind of trying to break out. So let's see. Let's go ahead and set up our support and resistance and weekly pivot points. So our weekly pivot is at 1112. Okay. So sitting on top of the weekly pivot point. which means it could swing either way. So let's see, our weekly R1 is 1197. It's right up here by that last high, right? So when you're thinking about stop losses, if you're selling, you want to put your stop behind your last high. If you're buying, you want to put your stop behind that last low. Because then you can, if the trend continues and it goes against you, you want to be out the moment that it proves to be going the the opposite way. So that's the bigger trend. However, if we look at the 4 hour, see these moving averages is kind of consolidating. They're all kind of coming together. So it's when you see consolidation happen, breakout may happen after. However, think about the timeline. If we look at this calendar, let's just say this price moves around in this little pyramid here. That could be all the way into January of 2020. So if market volume continues to lay low just because it's the holidays, right? Christmas and the New Year coming up, not a lot of market action. So it may happen after that. As 2020 goes on, we'll see either the dollar continues to be strong and pushes the euro back down, or euro pops out the top here. So that's our pivot point. Let's look at the weekly, R1 1197, and then what was weekly S1 1.1051. So I'm gonna clone that. Gonna drag this down. Let's label these. Looks like that could, hold for a while as well. Price might be kind of stuck here in this little zone for a bit. Which you can still make some good trades in there, just to be really nimble and make sure you know your price targets. Got these backwards. Hold on. This goes here. This goes here. Okay. So I think, so now, on the long scale term, part of me is like, well, maybe we're just going to leave this one alone for a while. But if I go ahead and look in the 4 hour, I can see, well, price will probably move some this week. And so if I look at this short term, this has been going since October. A lot of the yen pairs have been going up since September. If we look at this, we take those two lowest points as a trend. Really a trend, you need at least three touches to prove it. So, and in the big scope of things, this is a smaller one, but let's go ahead and make a parallel line. So a trend line with the exact same angle. Let me see this. What about here? See price sitting above that line. So in the short term, we see the moving averages, right? So the fast is on top of our medium, and our medium's on top of our slow at 200. I really like to see them stack that way. That's perfect. Price is below the 20, however, it's kind of sitting right on it. So in the short term, we could see some more upwards action, another test of that weekly R1, right? That close to the $1.12 mark. However, price could retract back into the zone and still be technically on trend if it went back for another. But usually if we're expecting low volatility with the holidays, price will just kind of sit and waver. Right now, it's negative interest to buy the euro and hold it versus the dollar for multiple days. So if I'm doing positions, I'll probably look to be intraday. Let's go ahead and zoom a little closer on that. Yeah, price could kind of sit here, plot along, get some, maybe grab some more pips. Looks like I got a sell sitting here. Yeah, so we'll see what happens with euro dollar. Make sure you check out our other videos and check our website, practicalfxtrading.com. All right, thanks. Bye.